I'm so excited to welcome Brett Rezewski. I know I pronounced that right?
That's correct. Good job.
Thank you. How are you, Brett?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm excited to be here. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, of course. Would you mind taking just a couple of minutes to tell our audience a little bit about yourself and more specifically your experiences and successes as a business owner and entrepreneur?
Sure. Yeah. So, I think I'm going to start off by recapping a presentation that I heard on Chicama Club Live. Um, let's see. Heather Quizzle was talking about her story about how her husband died instantly I think it was an ATV accident, and she was talking about Jonah being in the belly of the fish, and the whole time that Jonah was in the fish, God was causing the fish to swim to where he was wanting that Jonah to go, and that's kind of where I feel like I'm in right now. Um, about 3 years ago, my wife had a stroke. I'm going to show you some pictures. So this picture was taken. I was taken about 5 years ago, and my wife had a stroke 3 years ago, and I got pictures of my boys. So Connor, Easton, and Caden. So that was taken at the same time. But right after the stroke, this is what she looked like.
Oh, poor baby.
So she had a hemorrhagic bleed on the right side of her brain, and they had to remove part of her the right temporal lobe and the right frontal lobe. And she hasn't been able to walk or stand since then. We have 3 kids. So right now the kids are 12, 8, and 5, and she was actually pregnant when she had the stroke. So we lost that baby. She was 6 weeks pregnant. So I feel like I know I would not be here talking with you guys if it weren't for what happened to us. And one thing that I make sure is to not let our suffering go wasted. So, even if there is one person who can be impacted by this, who's going through a hard time right now, just knowing that there is hope. And we don't really see a light at the end of the tunnel right now, as they say, the cliche. But every day, we just have to continue, just have to press. There's no giving up. So one thing that I kind of want to highlight it on is right after the stroke. You can imagine. So my kids had a stroke. My boys were 9, 5, and 2. So in my 9-year-old called 911 when my wife had the stroke. I was at work. It was on a Saturday afternoon, and my 9-year-old Connor called 911 and saved her life. So, and just seeing him come through, and me as a dad, especially the 2-year-old, like, how am I going to explain this to my kids, right? Yeah. How am I going to so this picture, that's how we saw her, all of my kids, everybody. We walked into the hospital room, that's how she was. She has a helmet on to protect her brain because they had to remove the skull, they had to remove part of the brain, so her brain was exposed. So all you could see overlapping the brain was the skin, literally. So they had to have the helmet on to protect it. And her eyes are swollen because of the bleed. So early on, I had to make a decision. And I really appreciated I think it was Myron Golden during Chicama Club Live, when he was talking about making a decision about cutting off. Cutting off means there's no going back. Mm-hmm. So I had to make a decision on how I'm going to show up for my family. So I just feel like God was preparing me then for the stroke, and during the stroke and everything that we went through, God was preparing me for right now. So I feel like the suffering, the valley that we were in. I actually have a blog that I'm working on right now. It's called journey23.com, and the blog is called Walking Through the Valley with Jesus. And I feel like it fits really well with that story of Jonah too, because in the suffering that we were in the valley that we were in, God was pulling us all along in the direction that He wanted us to go. And not after going through ClickFunnels and seeing Russell Brunson's vision, it's more clear how many people I can really impact because of what happened. And so I'm a full-time X-ray tech right now. So on top of, having the 3 boys, working full-time, I'm my wife's caregiver, so we help her with everything. So last year I just felt this huge need that I needed to do something more. I need to provide for my family for another way. So that's why I started network marketing, and I'm on a great team right now. But success has been really tough. I thought with our story that people are just going to be jumping all over the opportunity to help me out so they can help me with my goal for building my business so that I can stay home. But it didn't happen like that. So as much help as we've received, people in our church gave us meals for 2 years, 3 days a week. They built a 300 plus square foot addition onto our home without only $300 out of my pocket. It was $90,000 plus addition they built for my in-laws to stay in. They're living here, helping us with the kids and my wife while I work. So, but I was thinking that after all of that help, that everybody in my church would just be rallying around me, and it's okay. That's not how it happened. So then I learned about ClickFunnels, and I learned that there's another way. I learned that there's another way where I can reach a wider audience with my network marketing company. So I started a Facebook group. It's called Cold Marketing Secrets. And in that group, I'm going to be doing the things that I'm teaching. So I'm kind of doing a beta test of myself. And then as I do it, I'm going to be sharing in that group about how people can get connected with and build up their network marketing business without a warm market. I'm not going to be using my warm market. I'm not prospecting at all right now. So I'm just going to be using the funnels. I'm going to be using Steve Larson's tricks and I want to plan another summit that I can do with other network marketers who use ClickFunnels. There's some people in my company that I know of, but yeah, I know that a lot of people are hesitant about getting started because they don't want to, contact their friends and family, and they still want to have relationships. And I don't like that part about the network marketing, but there is another way, and I'm excited to share that with other people and help other people build their network. So I'm going to be building up that company while I'm affiliate for ClickFunnels. So, and the two are going to go hand in hand. So I'm excited to see where that's going to go. And yeah, I just want to be home with my family. So I want to be home to take my kids to school, to pick them up, to coach basketball, and not only that, but I want to help other people do the same.
Yeah.
So.
Well, first of all, you have a beautiful family, and
Thank you.
I, like you said earlier, things happen, and you can't sit there and be resentful. And I love Dean Graziosi and Tony Robbins. They always say it doesn't happen to you; it happens for you. And there's always the positive side to things. We just have to find it. So
yeah.
But it looks like you're going on a great direction with this, and with your story and with what happened with your wife. I mean, you can really reach people with that, and help people, because this whole thing we're talking about, the theme of this is, turning your fears into profits, and fear of failure into profit, and changing that mindset and building a business. So
mindset is so huge. So it's so big. I like to, I've heard, I follow influencers like Ray Higdon and Jessica Hinkton, and they always say, think of everything with the end in mind. Mm-hmm. So, I can see myself, fun hiking live next year in that Dream Car Award with Russell Brunson. So, and I can just see, not only will that reward represent that, yes, I may have my car, but there's a lot more to it than that. There's a lot more to it that, the impact I'll have on my family and help other people, because without other people, you don't have a business. So
100%. Which network marketing company are you with?
Modere.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that one. I do The Secret from the Dead Sea Minerals.
Okay. Yeah, Modere. Yeah, health and wellness. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good company. What's that?
What kind of products?
Well, we have wide range of products. We have weight loss supplements. We have our staple is called liquid biocell. It helps people who are um, have they don't have a lot of joint mobility. They're stiff. It helps with wrinkles, so it actually heals the wrinkles from the inside out, and it provides more. It has hyaluronic acid and collagen in the liquid bile cell, so it builds up the synovial fluid. Actually, within after 28 days, it said that the synovial fluid increases by 6,000%.
Oh,
So as long as there's cartilage in the joints, it should help them feel a lot better. So
yeah, send me the link. We can
yeah,
all use that. Um,
yeah,
well, let me ask you, I mean, obviously you're going from, having a regular job to now creating your own business. And
uh-huh,
I think it's really cool. I think a lot of people have a negative point of view when it comes to multi-level marketing and network marketing,
you
but
do, yeah,
and it's unfortunate because you have to just see it in a different way. I mean, all it is sales. It's network
right,
marketing has existed since the beginning of times when it comes to business. So people
yeah.
just, you know, but going into that and building your own business now, knowing what you know now, do you have any advice for new entrepreneurs or relatively new business owners that are just starting out in that process of making that change from corporate America into their own businesses?
Find something that you're passionate about. I became a rep with Modere because my wife, we were customers first. I was actually with Beachbody, so I was a Beachbody coach for a while, and somebody with Modere reached out to me, and she was just asked if I was open up to take another look. At the time, I was like, no, I really love this, but she wasn't pushing it all, but I was just following her, and um, the products, the liquid biocell, I just fell in love with how well it's changing people. I love Beachbody and what they represent. But one thing about Beachbody that I felt hard is that, like, I'm a veteran. By the way, I'm 8 years in the Air Force, and I
Oh,
also work.
thank you for your service.
You're welcome. And I also work at the VA. So, and I'm an X-ray tech there, so I see a lot of people coming in hurting. A lot of people my age, they have canes, or they're missing limbs and things like that, and they can't do beach body, and a lot of them gain weight because of the pain that they're in because of the service. So but with liquid biocell, it can actually give them another chance. I feel like it can help them get to the point where they can exercise. So that's what I love about that. And so I just fell in love with the testimonials with that product, and that's when I started. I became a rep. So yeah, just find what you're passionate about and jump right in, and also focus on one thing. So there's there's a lot of things out there that are distractions. I feel like shiny object syndrome is a real thing because there's so many influences out there, and there are um, so many people who, yes, they've been there and they know how it works, but sometimes what you need is just to focus on the basics. So, and instead of worrying about all of the shiny things, and there's no such thing as get rich quick. That scheme's gone. So it takes work. Whatever you do, whatever business you build, it takes work. So don't think that when you get started that you're it's just gonna make it happen. You're just gonna sign up like me. I thought that it was, I have an awesome story, people are going to be jumping all over it, but that wasn't the point. So just have a reasonable expectation also. So I would say, just to recap, do something you're passionate about, focus on one thing, and have reasonable expectations for your business, and plan that you're going to work. So it's work to start off, especially.
Well, on that note, my next question is define success, what it is to you.
Success to me is how many people that can be impacted by by my story, how many people I can help. Um, I think starting off with this, I was really just into wanting to be able to provide for my family. But then the more that I went on and the more personal development I did, like if it weren't for anything to happen, I wouldn't be reading books. So I think that the more that I study, the more that I know it's not about me. It's about other people and how much I can help. And when you help other people, the more impact you make, the more money that will come in. So it's a byproduct. So
100%. Well, thank you so much for doing this with us. And again, wonderful family, and I wish you guys the best. And I know you're going to make a lot of great things happen and reach a lot of people. So
I want to do one more quick show and tell here. So one picture that we have, actually have it posted on my website. My website's being rebuilt right now, but my wife found this sign at a store.
oh, that's, yes.
So she found that, and we have a picture. I don't have it with me. It's on my website. But a picture, it's like my littlest boys in front, and then my middle, then my oldest, and Michele in the back. So it's like a step. So I felt like, man, and to think some of life's best stories haven't even begun. So that's, I found that after the stroke. I'm like, yeah, it's true. Who knows where everything is going to take us now. And now I'm here talking to you. And I'm just hoping that somebody is going to be impacted by my story. And yeah, so I'm excited to share it.
I'm excited too. Thank you so much again. Really appreciate your time and look forward to next time.
All right.